Hey guys and welcome, my name is Jack and thank you for joining me in my Beorning school challenge run. I was finally able to do it and I just want to show it to you guys. Now I did this as a practice run, so I didn't record any narration, so I'm doing this afterwards, and because I did it as a practice run I was actually playing on my mechanical keyboard, and it's like you can hear it everywhere and it's really noisy, so I turned off the sound for the videos. So sorry if you missed the Lotro music, but otherwise you just hear click 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 click, and it's not very good. Anyway, so this time I finally got a little lucky. If you watched the other video, we ran into the boss room, we got stunned right away, so that's not gonna happen this time. And of course we are geared a lot better. As you can see, we have 115 RAF, which is because we have 4 pieces of the dual Amref armor, so we still stayed stunned. We have 4 pieces of the dual Amref armor, which will give plus 15 RAF. It's not awesome, but it's better than anything else. And it gives you a little bit of extra damage due to the red line passive modifiers. So you can see here, 35,000 execute. It's pretty nice. So the dual armor also gives you plus 10% execute damage, which, you know, execute is the main damage skill. My guy was wasted one. He has 14 hit points left and we execute him. He was pretty dead. So anyway, so that helps a lot. My jewelry is a lot better. My deeds are a little better. Not great, but still a little better. So overall we're just better geared. Not amazingly geared yet, but better geared. And just wanted to show that you can do it even though we only have 2 AoE skills. You still need a little luck, but it's definitely possible. Now I'm trying to do something here, so my RAF is built up, so I want to use that for the boss. But I also want to hit this Dunderling warrior with Expose here, and then I just want to run in right away, right? But it doesn't want to die, and then it runs away. It's super annoying. So my Expose hits now. I do have 8 seconds before it expires, so I should still have it. Yep. And then also what I did, I hit Ferocious Roar before I went into bear form. What that does is it makes my next hit auto crit, and if that next hit is Renta Small, all the hits from Renta Small will crit. So I think you get 4 pips for Renta Small if you redline. All of them will crit. So it's a whole lot of damage. And you need to do that in a boss fight. If you don't, you can't clear out the room fast enough. Unless you get super lucky, of course. Okay, so this guy, he dies pretty fast. Get some good crits here, 15,000, 10,000, execute for 11,000, 16,000. So he dies pretty hard. Our DPS in this fight, was 6,400. It's pretty good. It's not a champion, and probably not a hunter. I don't know what a geared out hunter can do in this fight, but it's pretty good damage. Actually, we were probably better than a geared out hunter, because do you see that? That arch hit us through the wall. It's kind of buggy. Hunter has the problem that they get interrupted all the time. We don't have that problem, so probably out DPS the hunter, but not the champ. Alright, so it's just clearing trash here now. Well, some good crits here too. My crit rating is not quite max. It's, I think, at 27%, so it's not quite at 30 where it should be. But I hope that with the next update, Turban will finally put in some essence armor for us, and then we'll definitely max it out. Hopefully crit more. Actually, I don't have my combat analysis showing how much I crit, but it should be around 27%. Here's what we don't want to happen in the boss fight, so I put in Renta Small and we got stunned. If that happens in the boss fight, well, not in the boss fight, but in the boss room, you're done for. You might as well just start over, unfortunately. Renta Small still has a 30-second cooldown. I still think that's way too long. Anyway. Also, you've been seeing me using those daggers. So Beorning does not have any skills. So if you look right now, all the range skills do not have enough range to hit those Dunderling warriors or the White Hand Leader and Archer in the background. So you need to buy those daggers from any weaponsmith or have a kinmate or something like that who has weaponsmithry and make you some. Not the ones that can only be used by the burglar, but the ones that can be used by everybody. And then you have enough range. You have a 30-meter range, and that should be enough. Alright, so this guy, if you want to do this, the archer needs to be in the back, I think. So I'm waiting till the archer's in the back, and then I want to kill that Dunderling warrior with exposed, just to get that buff going, but he doesn't die. So that doesn't work. So that's an idea. So, but the archer has to be in the back, so the Dunderling warriors run with us and line up. So I'm just building up my Wrath again to do a little bit extra damage and have more Wrath so I can stay in bear all the time. Hit and Frozen Raw, so my Render Small will crit on everything. Run in, and you see how all the Dunderlings had to walk across. So we don't hit 2 Dunderlings, but we hit everything else. They all die to the AoE. The White Hand Leader dies to that lucky crit, so you have to have a little luck. Then this guy didn't get a free execute, which is super lucky too. And there we go. 20.5 seconds. So we barely got it. I did another round where I took 23 seconds, and that's too long. 20.5 is around the slowest you can do this. If you take any longer, really, it's gonna be really difficult to do all the books in time. You have, I think, 2 minutes to do all the books. And you can see it takes forever. So if you misclick or if you take just too long in that fight, you're not gonna get the challenge. That's why ideally you have a friend and you guys can do it together, and then it's super easy. So I'm hitting sprint here just to get over there a little bit faster. If I did not have sprint at that time, I probably would not have made it. So if you try to recreate this, you need that sprint ready. And I was lucky; it just came back from cooldown. So again, a little luck. I probably did 9 tries on this. So yeah, here I'm just showing that I have some buffs going. I have the Physical Mastery Scroll, and I have the 5% extra damage, which I needed. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. But yeah, it took me 9 tries. Or I did 9 runs, and this one is the only one that worked. So it's still not easy. I guess if I had all Essence gear, even so it's agility, I probably would have more damage. But I don't waste it. So I'm switching to yellow because I'm afraid of his damage. Yeah, I'm actually switching to blue on accident. I didn't mean to do that. The blue line I'm still very disappointed of. Hopefully I will change that. So I'm realizing I'm blue, so I'm switching to yellow just to have the extra heals, because he does have a lot of DPS, and I was afraid that red line was not enough to heal. I didn't kill fast enough. Here I'm hoping that the lumber trait will stun him, but that didn't work. You need an interrupt, which I don't have ready right away. But yeah, if you have an with an interrupt, I mean a CJ. If you have the CJ ready, you could, in theory, avoid that 9,000 crit right at the beginning. In case you didn't know, whenever you fight him on range, he will do some nasty damage. So even if you're a hunter, runekeeper, or anything, you wanna always have him close, because otherwise he will just, almost one-shot you. So now, unfortunately, because I am in yellow line, this fight is gonna take a bit. So you can see that instead of hitting for 15,000, we only hit for 7,000. Reason for that is if we're in yellow line, we don't get the 30% extra damage while we're in bear form. So we do less damage, we don't get free executes, and yeah, this fight just takes forever. I apologize for that. I should have tried in red line, but I was afraid that he does too much damage, and he doesn't hit super hard. I mean, 2,000, 1,200. It's not awful, but you definitely. I didn't want to risk it. Beast Swarm doesn't give us the extra damage, unfortunately, yellow either. Which I don't know why not, because yellow line is supposed to be the support line, and I would want to have a skill that gives extra damage to everybody in my group in yellow line, not in red line. So Turbine, if you're listening, switch that over to yellow line, or give the same thing to yellow line. The snare is really not that useful. The snare is actually more useful in red line, right? You will want stuff that runs away to be slow. So it makes more sense in red line. I don't know, that's my opinion. I don't know why I'm hitting that heal. I'm already healed up. Yeah, it takes a while. So now finally I can hit execute, but I can't get any free execute, so I don't want to hit it right away. I want to hit it when I'm low in Wrath. And you saw here I critted even on it, but I only did 5,000 damage. Just redline does so much more damage. But he's almost dead. We didn't even get close to dying, that's why I'm thinking maybe next time redline, or you guys can try to do it in redline. See how that goes. Our DPS is at 1800, which is pathetic. But we got it in chance mode. And just to show that it's possible in the Beorning. You still need a lot of luck. I'm opening the chest and hope that maybe there's still no loot for the Beornings. I hope they put that in 15.2 as well, but we'll see. Got the wool necklace, which we don't need. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.